Hi, this is Randy Rosetta and Ron Higgins with NOLA.com and the Times-Picayune with an LSU basketball vlog after the Tigers get really a much-needed win, 70-63 over Florida. It was a game kind of emblematic of LSU season in a lot of ways. It came out just amazing out of the chute. I tweeted this earlier. I've never seen an SEC game where a team scored the first 12 points. They looked untouchable. Then they had this lull that LSU has gotten into the habit of. A lot of teams go through them. LSU seems to hit them at the worst possible time, lose the lead, but then finish the first half on a 9-0 run with a little bit of, as Dick Vitale would say, a little bit of pastry provided by Jarell Martin. I think you asked a lot of questions about that. Jarell got a steal, drove in for a dunk, went between his legs, got the crowd revved up. More importantly, that was part of a run that sent them to halftime with the lead again.
Yeah, you don't see very many guys with the confidence to, on a breakaway, to go between his legs, left hand to right hand, and throw down a windmill dunk. And actually, it was like a delayed reaction from the crowd here. Some of them like, did he just really do that? He looked at the Florida players. Keith Harvey talked about. He looked at the Florida players, and their eyes were like, did he really just do that? And it was a risk-reward type deal. I mean, Jarell said, he probably sitting on the bench if it missed his shot, but he didn't. And then it's ignited LSU right the next play. I mean, Corbin flushes a lob dunk from Patterson, and LSU guy gets fully engaged. And to me, the most impressive part of the night was not Jarell Martin's dunk. It was his 26 other points in a 28-point performance. The last 4 or 5 games, you've seen a Jarell Martin kind of realize that he is a 6'10 forward whose strength is to start by putting the ball on the floor, getting to the basket and drawing fouls, and then working outside for his shots. Jarell Martin has been maddening to watch, at least for me, for a lot of his career, in his short career here, because he thinks he's a 6'10 three-point shooter. And now he's finally realized, maybe his game has matured, that I can start here, get my scoring going here, and then work out. And I went back and looked this up. LSU, last 2 years, is 10-1 when Jarell Martin scores 20 more points.
Yep. And
it tells you a lot. When he's playing well and engaged like he was tonight, this team is really hard to beat.
It's a little bit deceiving. He's actually been offensively good even the last 2 games when he had foul trouble.
Yeah.
The point totals weren't huge, but in limited time he's been good offensively. That's Johnny Jones made a point of this. That's a key, because when he plays like you're talking about, but also can turn around and face up once he's established that helps Jordan Mickey. It helps open things up. Jordan Mickey probably should have had 22, 23 points himself tonight. He wound up with 14, missed a lot of bunnies that he usually doesn't miss. You get those two going, feeding off of each other. This is a pretty special offensive team, which they were at the start and the end of the first half. I'll throw another key out that I thought was important. They came out and played defense in the second half like Florida plays defense.
Exactly.
They matched them defensively, didn't give up long runs. They had one lull in the second half, but every time Florida started to chip away, LSU seemed to have an answer. And part of that was because they kept playing defense. They forced one-and-dones on their end and then converted on the other.
I think Florida started the second half like 3 of 12 or 3 of 16 from the field, and that's just a killer. And LSU came out and put their throat on their neck and stayed ahead the rest of the way. I mean, Florida hung around 10, 11, 12 points, but you never got the feeling it was getting away because LSU made big plays. I mean, down the stretch, Jalen Patterson hit a couple of big threes. This is a game. This is the type of game LSU can win because, well, it helped that Florida didn't have its 2 leading scorers available. But also, LSU getting off to a quick start and surviving a run and then pushing it back. And I think quick starts are essential for LSU because they don't have a bench. We've discussed this before. They only got 2 points off their bench tonight. Either their bench guys didn't do anything to hurt them.
Right.
But didn't do anything to hurt them, which was good. But still, a night like this, I mean, LSU's best games in this league is when they've come blown out of the gates, like at Florida, like at Tennessee, like tonight, and it's kind of kept that momentum.
When they could play up-tempo, get back on the other end, and play defense the way they have a lot this season, they can match teams. That's why they came so close to beating Kentucky. It's why they blew this Florida team out. It's why they blew Tennessee out. That's what they need to bottle up. And they've got 4 games left in the regular season. They're 19-8 now, 8-6 in the SEC. Go to Auburn on Tuesday, trying to exact a little bit of revenge for an 81-77 loss. I'm not going to say it's a key game. Every key game or every game is key now for the Tigers down the stretch, but they got started on the right foot today. This is Randy Rosetta and Ron Higgins with NOLA.com and the Times-Picayune.